Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Hope you all are doing good in your assessments and hope you are preparing for your interviews. Many of you are sending me mails and some of you are asking in comments about my resume, like what resume I have used. So in this video I will be showing you my resume and what are all the sections in my resume. So I will basically walk through my resume. What are different things I included in my resume, what are the certifications and how to include education details, all the things I'll share step by step with you, and then I'll also show my resume. So watch the video. So at the beginning of the resume I included my name, my email ID and then my mobile number. So here it should be your name, and then second field will be your email ID and the third field will be your phone number. So just for the reference, here I used my channel name and my channel email ID and sample phone number, example phone number only. So in your resume you can change these things, include your name, your email ID and then your mobile number at the beginning of the resume. So not only like this, I choose this design. You can choose your own design and you can be your prepare your own unique design also, or you can follow this thing. It's your wish. So I used this resume for many companies. So I used this resume for Accenture also, and I got selected for many companies: Accenture, TCS, CTS and few other companies. And then separate your name, email ID and phone number with one horizontal line, so it will be of good looking. And after that write your career objective, and remember to make subheadings as bold, so it will be looking good. And here I used Times New Roman font and font size was 12 I used, so you can follow it. And then coming to the career objective, so mention here what you want to be, and based on your skill you can choose your career objective. Simply don't copy paste from the internet, because many of the people will be having the same content that is copied from internet. So be unique here. You can write your own career objective. So here I am seeking an entry level job in software sector, so I mentioned the same. And then with opportunities for personal and professional growth, so I simply added this career objective. So you can look into the internet but create your own career objective by taking the reference. So what I will be recommending is be unique here. And then second section what I mentioned was educational details. So again include subheading like education details, and then you create a table with this course, name of the institution, board or university, duration of study and percentage. So you simply create a table like this, and then include the education details from right from your BTech to the SSC. So don't start with SSC. It's always good to first mention your BTech and then your intermediate and then your 10th class details. So mention your what is your branch in BTech and then what is your group in intermediate and then SSC, and also mention the name of institution, your BTech college, your intermediate college and then your school name also. And in the third column mention the board name, like if there is a like for you are from AP means Board of Intermediate Education AP, like that you have to mention the board or university, and the duration of study in which you have studied, in which year you have studied. So after that you have to mention the percentage. Either you can mention your percentage or CGPA, whatever it is. So whatever the results you have, you can mention them. So at the time of interview you may be still in your final year or in your third year, whatever it is. Up to what semester you have the percentage, you should mention it there. Like in my case I mentioned it at the end of 7th semester. And then moving on to the next section, I mentioned my technical skills. So you can mention what are all the skills you have here. So here I want to say one point, like don't mention all the skills C language, C++, Python, Java. Don't mention what are the languages that all are available. So if you truly know them, then it's okay, you can mention them if you are good in them, because the interviewer will be asking you questions based on your resume also. So you can mention only what are all the things you know confidently. No problem, it is 2 languages or 3 languages, no problem, but be genuine in your resume. Here I know 2 programming languages only, C and Python. I was good in Java and C++, but I know only very little basics, so I didn't mention them. And web technologies and database management, whatever I know I mentioned them. If you are good in many things, you can mention all of the things, no problem then. And coming to the next main part, it was projects. So this was the main section, technical skills one main section, and projects was other main section in your resume. So mention all the good projects that you have done in your BTech or any major project. If you have done, you can mention in your resume. So here I am mentioning one sample project, how to write it. So I wrote a description and technology used. So here for third project I mentioned a description and technologies that are used. So simply you can follow like this, or you can follow any other standard that you like. So I followed this thing, like I mentioned title of the project, I mentioned description, and I mentioned technology used. So it will be good to look. Don't mention too much paragraph for description, just simple overview of your project, like exactly what is your project about, one simple point, and then any modules in your project, and finally what are the technologies you have used in your project, you can mention them. So I have few minor projects, but these three projects actually they are good to run, they are good to showcase. So I mentioned these three projects particularly. You can mention your good projects. Not all the companies will ask you to run the project, but a few companies they will ask you to, some of the interviewers may ask you to run your project. So be genuine while mentioning about your projects, only mention the projects that you have done. And then next part of my resume was achievements. So if you have any achievements till now, like any big achievements, you can mention them here. Like I have these achievements. I was certified in preliminary English test and back Quantage conducted by Cambridge University, so I mentioned them. And I also received my academic excellency awards from my university thrice. I also mentioned it. So here it was mentioned twice. At the time of my resume I still didn't got one. So and next one was last 2 points were asked to include by my professor, so I included them. They told that you can also include these things like scholarship and town second thing, so I included them. These are recommended by my professors, so they told like no problem, you can include them also. So if you have these kind of achievements, not only this, you can include your achievements. Different people may have different achievements, so you can include all of them, like you can showcase your talent. That's about the achievement section. And next part what I mentioned was certifications. So it also plays a major part. So firstly make sure you mention some of the big certifications or global certifications if any. Like I have few certifications, like few good certifications, that is from Azure Fundamental, and that is from Microsoft, and so few I have from Cisco Networking Academy, like PCAP Programming Essentials in Python, Networking Essentials. So and then Cybersecurity course of Cisco Networking Academy. So like that few of them are like a global certification, so they have good value, they will be adding good value to your resume. If you have any, mention them first, and later on you can mention like other certifications, like from Coursera or Udemy, you can mention them. Like don't mention small certificates here, like received certificate in quiz competition, like don't mention those things here. Those can be mentioned in other section I will be discussing at one place. And I have few certifications from APSSDC, I also mentioned them. So you can mention a few important certifications in this tab that will actually add value to your resume. That's about the certifications tab. Make sure you include all your certifications here. And also here make sure to mention the year, like I mentioned 2022 2021 when I did those certifications, so make sure you mention them. And then coming to the next part of my resume, it's about co-curricular and extracurricular activities, like what are all the activities you have participated in your university. You can mention all those activities here, co-curricular and extracurricular activities section. So here I mentioned few of them, like I am the technical head of Geeks for Geeks student chapter of our college, so you can mention your university name there, and in place of event name mention your event name. And I am the campus ambassador from Coding Ninjas and Coding Blogs to our college, so you can mention all those things if you have any. And I also participated in quizzes and then some hackathons etc, you can mention here in this section. So no need to mention separately, like I mentioned in single line, like I participated in many hackathons like Code Chef, Tech Gig, Hackereth, Coding Ninjas, Go Code, Ninja Hood, Code Gladiators, etc. And I have certificates with me, like whatever the things I mentioned in my resume, I have certifications for all of them with me. like maybe either it will be quiz, or it is campus ambassador, or it is technical head of Geeks for Geeks. So everything I have proof, like either Gmail from them, like digital certificates from them, anything. And moving to the next section, it was about coding profile. Like in previous slide we saw that we have participated in hackathon in CodeChef, all the things. So actually they can verify from our profile. So in the next section, actually I shared my profile URLs, like CodeChef. In place of your profile link you can mention your profile link, and in place of hacker rank you can profile your hacker rank. So I mentioned that I was CodeChef 3-star coder. So actually they can check whether I was 3-star coder, I was telling truth or not. You can mention your profile link. If they want, they can verify. And I also mentioned my hacker rank URL. So what are all the things I have done till now, they have the visibility if you share your profile link. And coming to the final part, these are general things like personality traits, personal details, and then finally declaration. Like personality trait means like what you are exactly. Like I am sincere, hardworking, and willing to learn, good team player, adaptable and competitive. Like these are my personality traits. Similarly, you have your own unique traits, you can mention them there. So be unique here. So simply don't copy from the internet, because these are very simple things. And then personal details, like include your date of birth, father's name, languages known, hobbies, address, and then LinkedIn URL. So make sure you have LinkedIn and include that URL here, and make sure you update your skills in LinkedIn, because it will be looking good, like you are following and you are improving your professional network. And then declaration, add the declaration part and include the name here. So at the bottom, if you are taking the hard copy of your resume, then you have to sign on the top of there. And then finally place and date. Like some interviews you have to attend physically, at that time they will be asking you to bring your resume. So in that case you should be carrying your resume by keeping the signature there. So nowadays I think while applying itself they are asking resume, and no problem. And what I will be saying is make your resume such that you are good at all the things you have mentioned in your resume. So what fits your skills and what are all your skills. So be genuine, that's what I am saying. Be genuine while preparing your resume, and also prepare the resume according to the job description that you are applying for. So simply don't keep the particular resume and don't keep applying for it for all companies. Like based on the job description and the skills mentioned by that particular company, you should keep on updating your resume. So that's what I am saying. And kindly adjust with my handwriting here. I am first time using this pen with laptop mouse, so kindly adjust. So that's it guys, that's it about the resume making. And this is my resume. I am not saying that your resume should be like this only. Whatever you do genuinely, do include the things that you know. And also I will show you my resume. This is how my resume will be. Like include the border guys, include the border, so it will be looking good. This is my resume. Like what are all the sections I have discussed, all the things are there here. I will be uploading this template. If you need, I will upload this template in my Telegram channel. I will give the link in comments, so make sure you join the Telegram channel. Any discussion can be raised there also. So this is my resume. This is the resume I have used for all the companies for my BTech. So after that I have made other CV, like updating my projects, all the things. So this is the basic template that I followed. Here I am saying about my template, but inside it you have to keep updating your resume every time, like keep on adding new certifications, keep on adding new skills, like that. And you can also follow any template of your liking. Thanks guys, thanks for watching. Do subscribe my channel, and as usual, if you have any doubts you can ask in the comments, or you can mail me. I am giving mail ID in my description only, and you can mail me, or you can join the Telegram channel and you can ask doubts among yourself there, because helping each other will be a good thing. Like one may be giving interview before the others, like he can share their experience there. So make sure you join the Telegram channel. I'll give the link in comments. So that's it guys, thank you, thanks for watching the video. Do subscribe my channel.